Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you can actually hear me nicely because I'm not using an external mic currently with this camera. So I really hope the sound is okay. You guys will definitely let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, so today's video is all about piercings, how to take care of them, how to make sure they don't get infected, how to handle bumps or keloids if you get them on your piercings, and just basically how my aftercare for my own piercings, which I think usually works quite a bit, as in it's worked for me in the past. So to get started, maybe I can share with you guys the piercings I have or have gotten in the past. So I have this piercing here, which is called a tragus piercing. Tragus, I don't know. And then, okay, these ones I'm not counting them. These ones are just the kawaida ones they're done with a gun, okay? These ones are done with a gun. Everything else I have is done with a needle. Many people say that it's better to get your piercings done with a needle because a gun causes a lot of trauma to that area, which could affect the healing. But then a needle is just, smooth. Painful, but smooth. Then I have this piercing. This is my most recent piercing. It's called an industrial piercing. So it's two piercings connected with a rod. I don't know how to call it a rod or what. And then on this side I have, these are called forward helix piercings, and I have 3 of them. I got the 3 of them done last year, and then one of them fell off. I don't even know, like I touched my ear once and there was just no piercing. I don't know what happened that night, but obviously something happened in order for my piercing to come out. So recently I just redid the 3rd one. I brought it back after a few months of them just being the 2 of them. So in this video I'm gonna share with you guys how I take care of the piercings, especially now because they're fresh. But guys, piercings, I don't know, I keep on getting them. Healing time for piercings is crazy. Oh wait, I forgot, I actually also had gotten a belly piercing once, but then my body decided to reject it, so we're just gonna move past that one. So when it comes to healing for piercings tend to take quite a long time to heal, especially if they're cartilage piercings. And I know that's not just my own experience, because I know my nose ring took like 2 years for me to actually say it's fully healed. Guys, such a long time. And then these 2, I can't even say they're fully healed. I think the one down here is fully healed. This one, it's in and out, and mind you, it has been 1 year since I got this piercing. So this one gets a bump every so often, and then this one up here has been acting up a little bit, because I think now that before it came off, it was already acting up, like it was getting keloids or bumps, whatever you want to call it. It just kept acting up, and then of course, who am I, Joanna? I went and got a piercing on the exact same place. So it's really been giving me quite a headache. This one, the tragus, actually healed so quickly, and it did not give me any issues whatsoever. So that one I'm so happy about. This one is already starting to give me issues. It's not even been, has it been 2 weeks? It's almost been 2 weeks, or it has been 2 weeks, and it started giving me issues, and I'm just like, throw the whole piercing away. But you can't. So it's actually recommended that you don't take out your piercing until it's fully healed. Like even if you're getting keloids and bumps and scars, like removing the piercing can actually tend to make things worse. So rather than removing it, just keep taking care of it. And I'm gonna share with you guys how I actually take care of my piercings. By the way, I'm not perfect in terms of piercings, because I have gotten keloids, I have gotten just these 2 bumps, I have just, like, things have happened with my piercings. But the steps I'm gonna share with you guys in terms of aftercare are actually really helpful. And the thing with me is that I lack consistency when it comes to cleaning my piercings. So what ends up happening is now that I get the bumps and all. But if you actually listen to these tips and actually are consistent with them, like cleaning your piercing 2 to 3 times a day, your piercings are gonna be stunning. I can tell you that for free. So guys, I have been doing this cleaning routine twice every single day. I know it sounds like a lot, but it actually helps. It actually promotes healing with your piercing, you know, when you clean it in the morning and in the night, which is when I clean mine. When I'm doing my morning skincare routine, when I'm doing my night skincare routine, I also just go ahead and clean my piercing. So this is what I usually use. So I use this right here. This is a saline solution. The other alternative that you can use is sea salt, not iodized salt. Iodized salt is not recommended, but you can use sea salt and mix it with some water. It's not recommended for you to use spirit. In fact, when my piercer has told me this before, like, don't use spirit, use the saline solution or mix some sea salt and water and use that to clean the piercing. Yeah, so the first time I was taking care of piercings intensely, like my nose one, I used to mix the sea salt and the water, and let me tell you guys, that's one of the reasons why I didn't stay consistent, because as in you come back home, you're tired, you have to remove your makeup, and then you have to think about mixing sea salt and water, and then the salt can't dissolve in cold water, so you have to warm the water a bit. You know, it's just a lot. So this time I decided I was gonna buy this solution because it's already done for me. So hopefully I'm gonna remain a bit more consistent, because I don't have to, you know, psych up to actually mix the sea salt and the water. So now what I usually do is I put the saline solution into a spray bottle. I got this spray bottle from Super Cosmetics. I'm sure you can get these in a supermarket. You can get them in Miniso, like a spray bottle, just like a small one. I put my saline solution here, and then usually like I just spray the piercing to disinfect it and just like to get it ready for cleaning. So morning and evening I spray the piercing, and then I use earbuds, the ones, you know, those ones. These now, cotton wool also works great. It's just that sometimes it's not really able to get into the piercing and clean it really well, so I'd recommend earbuds. So I also spray my earbuds, and then I just use that to really thoroughly clean the ear or the piercing twice a day. So that's like just the basic. And when your piercing starts acting up, I'm gonna share with you guys what I usually do. When I say starts acting up, you know, maybe like it starts removing pus, or it's swollen, it starts getting like bumps and stuff. So I'm gonna share with you guys what I usually do in that situation, which is basically sea salt soaks. Sea salt soaks are top notch, guys, top notch. If you have piercings and they're acting up and you do a sea salt soak morning and evening, you'll definitely see a lot of improvement in your piercing. These also work for keloids. So if you have that bumps, I don't know if the right word is keloids, but it's more like all people who have piercings just call them keloids. So I'm also just gonna do the same. So if you have keloids and you do this sea salt soak morning and night, you actually see the bump or the keloid reducing a lot. So sea salt soak is easy. I still use my saline solution, and then I put the saline solution into a shot glass, and I use a shot glass because it's easy. Like, you're gonna literally soak your ear into the glass. So the shot glass, with the shot glass, it's easy for you to fill up the glass and then actually soak your ear into it. So that's what I do. I soak it all the way up to the top. I put it in the microwave for 10-15 seconds. Like, don't make it so hot that you burn off your ear, but make it, you know, a temperature that you can manage, or room temperature. Just make it warm, don't make it hot. And then you literally put your ear that has the piercing into it. Sometimes it can get messy depending on where your piercing is, but if you do this 2 times a day, it actually helps. It promotes the healing of your piercing. So now that we're on the subject of bumps or keloids, and guys, when I'm talking about bumps or keloids, not most of the time, but when you get piercings, sometimes you'll get a bump right next to the piercing. That's what I'm calling keloids and bumps. And one of the ways that I also keep them away, not keep them away, but deal with them once they're already here, is by using tea tree oil. So tea tree oil, I got this at 850 bob. I got this at Healthy You. So you can use this to just put a little bit over the bump, and usually I don't do this every like morning and night. I only do this in the night, and I just put it over the place that actually has the bump or the keloid. I don't use it to clean the whole piercing. So the thing with the tea tree oil is that it's very strong, so it can be so drying to the piercing. So some people recommend that you mix the tea tree oil with acacia oil, which I think acacia oil can be olive oil, just another oil to kind of dilute this because of how strong it is, so that it doesn't make your ear or where you place it so dry, because it's really drying. But for me, I don't mix it with anything. I think mainly because I'm not really using it to to clean the piercing. I use it just for the bumps and for the keloids, and I put on the exact spot where the keloid is, and that's it. And I only put this on at night, and it still dries out my ear. It really still does dry out my ear. But the thing is that this works. Like if you have bumps and you use it every night for a week, you'll actually see your bump reducing. No lie, you will. Now the other thing I'm gonna add, which I haven't really done in a while, I remember I did it a lot for the keloids, the bumps I would get on my nose piercing, is to mix a bit of sea salt with very little water to make like a paste, and then you put that over your keloid or your bump, and you actually leave it overnight. So it doesn't have to be a nose piercing, you can do it on any other piercing. So very little water, you use that to make a paste with sea salt, not iodized salt, which is table salt, sea salt. You mix that up and you're able to put that onto your keloid, and it actually shrinks it, and eventually it goes away. That was a lifesaver when it actually came to my nose piercing, because I would get keloids quite a lot, and it just really promoted the healing of the nose piercing. Okay, actually, now that I've talked about the nose piercing, let me talk about, because you can't it's a bit awkward to like soak your nose. Like, can it be done? It can, but it's a bit weird. So you can also just take a piece of cotton wool, soak it in your saline solution or in your salt water solution, and then just place it on your nose ring. I think that's usually good enough. And I forgot to say, I soak for 7 to 10 minutes, so quite a long time, but it's worth it. If it's worth it if your piercings actually heal properly. Okay, and finally, the last thing I'm gonna say when it comes to taking care of piercings, especially those that are on your ears, like now the ones I have, is get a travel pillow. Oh, it's so devastating when you sleep on your piercing, and it can actually cause your piercing to now start getting the bumps, and just like it causes trauma to the piercing, which now affects how it heals. So I recommend you get a travel pillow so that you're able to sleep like this, and then your piercing is in the middle, so it's not really touching anything. This really helps when it comes to sleeping. And I think that's it. If there's anything I've missed that you guys feel has really helped you when it comes to your piercings and how they heal, then just leave us a comment down below. If you're not subscribed, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. What else? I'm gonna put my piercer's phone number and where he's located in the description box down below. Johnny is amazing. He's done all my piercings, he's done all my tattoos, so I'm gonna put his info in the description box down below. But I really also just want to hear from you guys, because guys, my routine is not perfect, and I still get bumps and I still get keloids, mostly because I'm not consistent. But maybe there's also something I could add into my aftercare routine, so you guys be sure to let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.